their own lives. And I feel like the minute it gets too crazy, too far-fetched, that it's not relatable. And so I feel like that's why, our show does well, because it's very relatable and people are going through the same things. Or they've lived in New York and they miss it, and or they've never lived in New York and they aspire to live in New York. So I think there's just so many positive things that could be done with the franchise that, I hope that all the drama, that there's a good laugh to be had.
I hope so too. And do you think that that has changed? Because like Housewives really has changed. Like to your point, we have all this stuff with Erica Jane and like Jen Shaw, and like it really, and a lot of fans do say like it's too much. Like we don't
Yeah.
want the dark, we don't want the negative. Like, do you think just Housewives, like as a whole, throughout the 14 plus seasons for all the franchises, we're into like 16 and 17 with the OC. Like, do you think it's just changed and like we're kind of getting away from what it originally started at? A bunch of
Well,
women that are aspirational.
listen, I think that life is about change, and conditions, situations change. Look, we've gone through COVID, we've gone through Black Lives Matters, we've gone through so much. And so there's bound to be changes. And what we want to see is change and growth, and we want to see positivity. So we want to be inspired. We want to see good change. We want to see growth. And I feel like, if it gets too dark, that people will tune out. And I understand that. I want to be in a good mood. Sure, I want watercolor, water cooler, gossip and fun and things like that. Sure, we all love that kind of drama, because it's like, it's all about what the neighbor doing and what did she say and what did they do. Really, that kind of stuff. We need that, and that's who we are in any case. I mean, it just so happens they picked 5 women who are OGs, of course, that have this kind of lifestyle kind of already going on. There's always somebody jealous, or there's always somebody, who wants what you have, or there's always somebody that's ready to, kind of, pull out your feathers so that, so that they can put them in their own cap. And so I just feel like there has to be a balance. And the minute you lose that balance, it goes dark. And that's what, I want to bring legacy to that place where people are inspired, people are gossiping, people are, going, oh, did you see that? Or did you hear that? That kind of stuff is great. I feel like, when it gets really dark, that people get turned off.
And I agree with that. Who do you think possibly could listen? Ramona has kind of that villain status. So without her, if we have you and Jill and my friend Kelly Ben-Simone and Dorinda and maybe Tinsley, who is going to fill this villain role? Like you said, that we love the water cooler gossip. Someone's got to be the villain. Who do you think it will be?
Well, you just never know with these women, when you never know what you're going to get when they make that housewives turn. You just never know what that tagline is going to be. And that's what makes it so interesting, because you don't know. And if I had to guess, I would say that there's definitely going to be some, butting of heads of definitely of Jill and Dorinda for sure. And listen, Kelly hasn't been around in a while, so it'll be interesting to see her and how she reacts to the women. And Sonja, I mean, Sonja, she's tough to get a rise out of, but you know let's see how she goes. I mean, it's all going to be very interesting. I think that they're still thinking about additions to the cast, and I think you're right. I think we do need a 6th and a 7th.
I'm right with you. I mean, if you just do process of elimination, I pulled up everyone today just to start crossing out names. To me, Tinsley and Aviva, that's what makes the most sense to me. So I'm kind of 100% aligned with you. And Aviva kind of knows all of you. She's in, it's like you want a natural connection of people that kind of know each other and hang out. So
Yeah, she can be a bit of the villain, that's for sure.
that is true. As we wrap up, how is the Fose doing? I know you had your big launch over the
Well,
summer.
I've had to recalibrate and make a new batch. And so I'm working on it for spring, a big launch in the spring. So you'll definitely be around for some Fose. And, you know, and listen, between the Fose and I'm, you know, I've got 2 kids. My son just texted me. He's like, Mom, my car. Anyway, so I'll get to Noel, but you know, and cabaret. I mean, I just love being on tour. I love what I'm doing. I love going to all these cities and being able to connect to the fans that I don't, you know, that aren't walking around New York City. And so it's just them to celebrate the holidays and be on the road again. And I hope to see you at one of the shows.
I already looked at all the places I'm
Maybe
going to be.
February.
Yeah, I think it's going to be February.
Yeah, awesome.
And the kids are doing well.
Kids are doing great. You know, Noel's a working artist, so is my daughter. They're both having shows and courting galleries, and you know they're young, so they're, you know, they're working hard. They, you know, they love what they do, which is everything a mother can ask for. Is that my kids are happy, they're not on drugs that I know of, and no, they're, and you know, and they're doing what they love, which is being artists and being able to, you know, to work in that, you know, in that field, and they're healthy. So what more can a woman ask for, to have healthy, happy kids, and you know, and a career that's been going on now for 14 years.
Absolutely. And as we wrap up, you know, it's New Year's. Like I said, we all know you got married one New Year's, but this New Year's, it doesn't seem like that's going to happen. You're a single woman. You're too busy with your cabaret and your fose. Did you leave a piece of your heart in Chicago when you were there with Sonja?
Oh, yes. You know, I love Chicago. I'm, you know, I'm, I don't know what the future holds, but for some reason, I think we might be back in Chicago again. So,
I can't wait. Well, congratulations. Like you said, you've been doing this. It's a job that's lasted for 14 years. We have Legacy. We have your new show with Sonja, the cabaret. I will share the link with everyone. Like, I've been to your show millions of times. For anyone that has not seen this, which I can't even believe because so many people I know have now seen this, but you got to run out and get tickets. Like you said, I think people come expecting something that's like Housewives, and it is, but it's like a real night out, you guys. It's a real cabaret with real talent and a real show with real singing. So everyone needs to see this. It's phenomenal.
yeah, and I'm really looking forward to LA, to being back at the LA theater as well. It's one of my favorite venues. It's like my 54 below of Los Angeles, you know. So I'm excited for that, and soaking up some LA sunshine.
Who doesn't love a little LA? Well, I will definitely, I'm traveling all around myself. So if it's not 54 below, I might even pop up in LA in December too. So you never know.
All right, great. Well, good to see you. Thank you, David.
Good seeing you. Congratulations on it all. And we have a great cabaret for the rest of the year, and keep in touch. Take care.
I will. Bye, honey. Thank you.
Bye, darling.
Bye.
Bye.